Friday, the 23rd RTH session. This is a 15-minute chart of the RTH sessions only. So steep climb up, pull back, push up, lower high, and we're currently at the low part of the range, forming like a triangle or a wedge. The primary expectation for me today is breaking the low of that wedge and testing the prior week's low and potentially taking it out to check the century figure at 100. Yesterday we had a news driven push down, and now we're pulling to the mid almost, and I expect the continuation to unfold in today's session. We have an inside week, prior week low is here, prior week high is here, and the current week we're inside of the week before that, so which is like an inside week. So depending on which side we break, the direction we're going to take. Currently we are one time framing up on the weekly. So to maintain that one-time framing, we have to defend prior weekly low and not take it out. Buyers would want to defend the prior weekly low without taking it out to continue the uptrend. Wednesday session low is 110.75, sorry, 50. $110.5. Yesterday's low is at 117.75. Sorry, that's Tuesday's, Wednesday's 117, yesterday's 115 quarter. So three times we've been around bottom, and it's quite weakish, so it's vulnerable. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, so having said all that, we have a 60-minute chart where what we can find is in the last couple of weeks we've had these move up, down, so 4 times we've moved up and down, and at every turn we've had a balance. So we are beginning to have some balance today. So my expectation, really main expectation today, is for a quiet day and us creating that balance if we judge by past behavior. We are very near the MC VPOC at 121. So my scenario 1 for today is this was a news-driven event yesterday. We have the scene of the crime at 64, I think. 164, I think. So scenario 1 for me today is we open, test just a little bit up to the overnight point of control, which is 36, which is pretty much where we are at the moment. At 32, 4 points up. So weak test up, 36, 38, which is this point of control. We've been filling this LVN here in the overnight. So 38, test up, fall out of this trend channel, there's a 21 VPOC, test the low at 17, and then extend lower to 104. There's LVN here. This is my scenario 1. There's all these lows the weak lows that we have here, that we will take them out potentially, and then test the LVN at 104. That really was my scenario 1. Key trading idea: impulse, flag, continuation. Scenario, that's my kind of going down is, it's a close call today, but going down a bit more likely. If we reverse the move to the scene of the crime, I expect us to chop and either break the channel and test the scene of the crime, 64, or we just chop and leave the test for another day. So scenario 1 is down, scenario 2 is up. 2.1 is in the channel. Now, how does this translate to the scenarios? Scenario 1 in blue. Oh, sorry, yesterday. Yesterday, I had scenario 1 open at 63. My expectation was a drop to 58, which was an LVN instead of that. Open at 63, scenario 1. Drop down to the LVN at 56, 58. Find a base and continue higher. This ledge here. We kept the LVN in this area, 5860, but we did drop a lot lower. Tested the prior day's point control, stopped at the VPOC, balanced a bit, then we extended higher. So we dipped a lot lower than my expectation yesterday. And then of course we had the news. Okay, so today we open expectation scenario 1, weak test up to 3638 MC when control this one, 38, and continue to move lower. We have the LVN here, 31, where we are kind of at the moment filling it in, down to 21 MC VPOC. This will be quite choppy because we're in the middle of the balance and the point of control area from yesterday. So choppy, very slow, 21 point control, and if we get more push, we go down to the low of the day, 15, and down to 104. So 15. Prior week low, 104. We test to 38. So that's pretty much scenario 1. Scenario 2 in green. It's the opposite. We open to the mid and view up of the overnight. Take out the overnight low, 27, which is also the point of control from yesterday, 27. Find a base. Take out the overnight high at 41. And then extend to 43, which is the mid of yesterday. That's scenario 2, staying in that trend channel. If we find the strength and we master the energy and we decide to revisit the point of control, the scene of the crime yesterday, that is at 64, I think, 64. So that's 2.1. Scenario, that would have been scenario 3 really. Yeah, scenario 3 is that. Test lower and boom boom. Scene of the crime, scenario 3. Quick test, no balancing. And scenario 4, the least likely today, which doesn't mean it's unlikely. The open and drive lower to the LVN and then to the century figure and take out the prior week's low in scenario 4. And that's the scenarios for today.